can. Fred Plotkin joins us now live from Tehran. Atika Schubert is in London and Sam Kiley is in Abu Dhabi. And Freddie, I want to start with you, if I may, because this is yet another blow to the nuclear deal that was signed back in 2015. But put it into context for our viewers right around the world. What is Iran's intent here? Is it to power the country or to build a bomb?
I think for the Iranians, it's absolutely to, I wouldn't necessarily say to power the country, but I do think that they want to have the benefits of nuclear energy, on the one hand, to power some of the country, but also for research purposes as well. And on the other hand, of course, for them, the nuclear agreement, Issa, was also extremely important because for them, it was supposed to provide sanctions relief. And right now, what's going on, or what the Iranians say is going on, is that they're adhering to this nuclear agreement. They're putting curbs on their nuclear program in a massive way, but they're not getting any of the benefits. They say, look, there's no companies that are investing here in Iran because of U.S. sanctions pressure, and they're not able to sell at least most of their oil on international markets, and the Iranians are saying that needs to stop. So they're putting a lot of pressure on the Europeans because they know that the Iranians and the Europeans are on the same page on this issue. Both sides want the nuclear agreement to survive, and on a different page, of course, than the Trump administration, which has already pulled out of the nuclear agreement. And the Iranians are saying, look, if you guys think the nuclear agreement is important, Europeans, if you want it to survive, you're going to have to start putting real things in place to make sure your companies can do business here in Iran. Otherwise, for the Iranians, this deal simply isn't worth keeping around, Issa.
Well, let's get the European reaction. Fred, do stay with us, as well as Sam Kiley. Atika, you're joining me here. We heard from Federica Mogherini, the EU foreign minister. What did she have to say? Did she see these comments from Iran, Atika, as a threat at all?
Well, she refused to be drawn on this. She wasn't going to be baited. She didn't draw any red lines. She said, for now, Iran is sticking to the agreement. Take a listen to what she said.
At the moment, as of today, Iran is still compliant, and we strongly hope, encourage, expect that Iran continues to comply with its commitments under the JCPOA in full. And I would not enter into a blame game at all. So our focus is not to enter into a blame game or giving responsibility for a collapse of a deal that might come. Our focus is to keep the agreement in place.
So basically she's saying, listen, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. In the meantime, you know, Germany, France, and the UK have all been working to try and put into place what's called INSTEX. This is this financial trade workaround to the U.S. sanctions. And Germany's foreign minister, Heiko Maas, was there last week in Tehran.